Dear SHE Assembly, thank you for the opportunity to present to you today the work that we are doing in Belgium, in Flanders more specifically, with the Flemish Institute of Healthy Living. I'm Eline De Decker, I'm a staff member on health promotion, and I will be talking to you about the educational model on well-being that we launched late 2020 in Flanders and our efforts to implement the model at schools. At the beginning of 2021, we received project funds from the Flemish government to improve the well-being of the students, and the happiness triangle was used as a helpful guide throughout this process. First of all, I will be talking to you about 5 principles that are the basis of this project. The first principle is that we want students to perform well and to feel good. It's not an or this or that story, because we believe that well-being and performance go hand in hand and can boost each other. Second principle, the teachers should not become psychologists. The role is to teach students something and not to analyze their deepest thoughts and behaviors. That's not their role. Third principle, the schools do have a task in contributing to the well-being of students. It's not that it's none of their business, of course. They should be taking actions not only in the classroom, but also on a school level. Fourth, happiness or well-being, as we may say, at school is not only about big projects once a year. It really lies in the small things that do make a difference in the day-to-day lives of the students. And last but not least, happiness in the classroom is a shared responsibility. It is not only the task of the teacher, but there is a mutual responsibility of the students and the teacher. Based on those 5 principles, we choose to make this our goal for the project. We want to support teachers, as well primary or secondary school teachers, in enhancing the mental well-being of students. How do we do it? With ready-to-use materials, background information, and tips of experts. So we are focusing on mental well-being, or as you might say, happiness. And as well, we want to create a class context where students and teachers can feel happy and achieve personal growth. So within this project, we choose to focus on the class context because we believe in the greatest win, especially in COVID times, on this level. But even though our focus is on the class level, the project always is framed within the Schools for Health framework. As I said at the beginning of this presentation, we are very grateful to have a model to guide us through this process of achieving our project goals. I will briefly tell you about our model, but if you have if you need any more information, just let me know afterwards. So the happiness trial is actually an educational model for people from the age of 3, and it explains in a very simple manner what makes you happy. So rather than focusing on genetic or societal determinants of happiness, it focuses on what you can influence yourself. So to get started, the questions on the right, see over there, help you on the way. The questions are, you can maybe see it as well, divided in 3 colors or 3 parts. And those 3 parts are being shown as well in the triangle. So first important part of happiness is that you are able to be yourself. The second part of happiness is that you feel good and are able to feel positive emotions. And the third part of happiness is that you feel connected. Probably this sounds very logical when I tell all this, but as you think about it, a lot of people who are searching for happiness search it in all the wrong places. So we might consider that this is not common knowledge. Not yet even. And such a model, for example, especially in Belgium, but more probably also in other parts of the world, is much needed to improve the well-being of the population. So as you can see, as well, the triangle is a little bit tilted. That's because we do not believe in perfect happiness. It just does not exist. There's always something that can bring you out of balance, and that's okay, that's normal, that's what makes us human. But therefore, we should not strive for perfect happiness. We should just try to deal with those imbalances, and that's where the concept of resilience comes in and gets a place in this model. So, That was a model in a very short, but if you have any more questions, just ask me afterwards. Okay, now I'm going to tell you more on how we are trying to improve the well-being or the happiness of students in the classroom by using the happiness triangle as a guideline. We currently are undertaking 4 actions. First of all, we are making a blended toolkit for teachers with the name of Happy Snacks. I will tell you a bit more in a minute. We are creating as well a website with more background and more information for teachers to find. And we are creating also an educational package, more traditional, to help teachers to teach about the happiness triangle in the classroom. And of course, we are also offering trainings and e-learnings for the whole school staff. Okay, the blended toolkit I told you about is a toolkit for teachers. There is one for primary and there's one for secondary schools who want to improve the well-being in the classroom. Not by huge projects or many hours of class lectures, but by little habits that can be installed in a classroom, the happy snacks, as the name says already. Based on the needs of the students, the teachers are led to a couple of methods that they can try in the classroom. If they like the practice, they can do more in the future. That's actually the basis of the happy snacks. What more can we tell you about the Happy Snacks is that we will be giving teachers also more materials to encourage them to use Happy Snacks not only as a one-hit wonder, but continuously throughout the whole school year. And as well that Happy Snacks will be launched at the end of 2021. We're still working on it, and we are hoping that it's going to be ready by the end of 2021. As I also told you, we're not only making the blended toolkit, we're also designing a website where teachers can find more information. For example, all the practices from the Happy Snacks and more teaching materials they can find on the website. They can also find more information and expert clips on happiness in the classroom. And just to mention, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We are really embedding strong methods and practices from other organizations on the website too. So if we are communicating about the project, their materials are also disseminated, which we find very important, just not to reinvent the wheel, of course. What else do I need to tell you about the website? Well, the website will be launched in fall 2021. But from April onwards, we already have been communicating interesting information and materials for teachers, so they can already use it in their classes today. So this was very briefly an overview of what we are doing in Belgium and what our future plans are. If you have any questions regarding the happiness triangle or the implementation in the schools, let me know. You will find my email address here. You can contact me through there, or you can ask questions later on in the SHE Assembly meeting. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.